interview. And you already know what the deal is. I gotta make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. And don't forget to like this video because you'll probably enjoy it. And don't forget to leave your comments down below. And if you have a question, leave it down there too, because I might ask the question in the next daddy-daughter interview. And you'll know the answer to that question. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Welcome back. It's episode number 5 of Daddy-Daughter Time. You all know the drill. Dai'jah here to put me through the ringer. Ask me some questions that I have no idea what they are, so she can gain more insight about her fascia. Dai'jah, what do you have for us this week?
The first question: what did you want to be when you grew up? When you were little, what did you want to become when you grew up?
I wanted to be the first black president of the United States. Because I never seen it done. And it wasn't so much for me to make history. It was so I could go through the journey. But as time went on and I learned a little more about politics and the way we are as a people and the way society works and how politics work, it kind of shifted. So I said I will be a soldier, something I can do to contribute to my country still.
Okay. How did you meet Mommy?
Well, first thing, your mom, she was sweating me, right? I met your mother. The first time I laid eyes on her was in Bosnia. I was deployed. I was at Fort Stewart and we went to Bosnia and she worked finance. With that, what happened, she used to look at my money. And I went over there, I was like, oh, this is a cute little girl behind the counter. But, whatever, I came for my money. So I used to go in there and get money and she'd have a conversation with me. And she said I was acting stuck up because I didn't want to talk to her. But I don't think that was the case. I was just in my own little world. But I first met her in Bosnia.
Okay. Do you recall how y'all's first date went? Or like what y'all's first date was?
Wow, Dai'jah. That's interesting. You coming for me now, aren't you?
That's the point of this interview.
First date was Ruby Tuesday. She and we went to a restaurant, and of course, I paid, I wined and dined, I opened the door, I did all those things to impress her the first time. But what I had to realize, I couldn't just impress her the first time, I had to continue that standard because it wasn't just an impression, now it's a standard. So we went to Ruby Tuesday. We had, probably some chicken meal, some pasta meal, and the rest is history, my dear.
Okay. Well, sounds like y'all had a good time. Y'all ate some good food.
Yes, ma'am.
What mistakes taught you the most about life when you were growing up in your teenage years and your earlier adult years?
Mistakes that taught me. So many, my dear. First mistakes in my teenage year, my young adolescent, preteen, teen years, was not to follow everyone. Where everyone go, I can't follow. I have a physical mark on my back to prove that. I'll never forget, it was my brothers and I. We was on the farm, and we had a way to maneuver around and get where we wanted to go, even if there was an obstacle there. This particular obstacle, Dai'jah, was a fence. You know that fence going down Granddaddy Road? Mm-hmm. This particular fence, it had wire on it, and this wire called barbed wire. This wire was very sharp. We had just installed that fence. So everyone got under the fence, and here come little Terrell, you know, the little follower. And what happened, Dai'jah, I did not get my hindsight low enough. And when that happened, I cut my back. Pretty long lash. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it at all. And my brothers, they told me I cut my back. And of course, went to the hospital, got it fixed. But what I learned from that is I can't follow everyone. I can't even follow my brothers because they knew some things that I didn't. So the lesson I took from that was don't follow everyone. Moving forward into my adult life, I learned who is my true friends. And one of my friends in particular I would like to talk about is Chris. Uncle Chris, yeah. Chris Doyle, a man that I have mad respect for, because he would literally lay down his life for me. We went to combat together. We were roommates. We was at Fort Stewart. We was ebony and ivory. We still is, even from a distance. But I learned to choose my friends wisely. If a friend is not willing to lay down his or her life for you, I'm very picky about calling him or her friend.
Okay. How would people that knew you in high school describe you?
They would describe me as KB boy or KB. That's interesting, Dai'jah, because now they describe me different than what I thought I was. I didn't think I was like smart. I mean, I wasn't dumb. I didn't think I was, outspoken, but some say I am. I didn't think I was a leader, but some say I was. And when they say those things, it just trigger reminders of me. Okay, I do remember that one time I worked out this problem. I do remember in ROTC I did get promoted real fast, and I was the battalion sergeant major at a young age, which led into leadership in the Army and in life. So I think you would get a mixture of things from the people depending on where we were in life, what relationship we had in high school. But you know what, Dai'jah? I challenge you to ask my classmates. See what they say.
I don't know them.
I don't know them.
I have no idea who they are. Is there anything that you would like to experience that you haven't experienced yet? Like any trip or vacation or anything, really?
Yes, actually there is. It's interesting you bring that up, Dai'jah. I would like to scuba dive. The reason is there is so much beyond the sea that we can't put our natural eyes on, and I think it would give me a different outlook on God's creation, because everything I see is sea level and above. Not that I want to go sea level and below, but I do want to see all the things, or some of the things that God created that's not right there in our natural eyes every day. So who knows, when you graduate, it may be on my bucket list to go scuba diving, my dear.
That means I get to go with you. But that also means you have to wait 4 years. So that's your problem.
All right.
Okay. I think that might be it. One last question. What legacy do you want me and Ladybug to have and pass on to our children, and pass it on to their children, and it goes down throughout the family?
I can't answer that right here in this short amount of time, but you can always build on that, a thing. But one thing I do want to pass on, or want you all to always do and pass on to the next generation is integrity. I want you and Ladybug to know that what me and your mother say, we actually do. And we want you to be women of integrity. And the reason is, Dai'jah, today's society has put a stigma on young women of what they can be or what they can't be. And it's sometimes because of the integrity of that person. I think at a young age, if you establish that integrity, you will definitely have a up in life. You will have challenges. You will have difficulties. You will have obstacles. But if you stay true to your value, you stay true to what you know is right, you stay true to God, you stay true to what your family, your mother, your father have taught you, I believe that integrity will take y'all far. So that's just that's the beginning of the legacy that I'm trying to create. And believe it or not, Dai'jah, that piece of the legacy have been passed on from past generation in our families. So we'll build on that legacy, and next episode we'll talk about the next step, because it's just too much to try and put into this video today.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else to add? Your answer is probably going to be no, but I'll still ask. Do you have anything else to add to this interview?
Yes, I do. Ba-boom. This message is for you and Ladybug. The thing I want you all to look at today is be young. What do I mean by be young? Be the age you are while you can be that age. That's the reason, Dai'jah, we're sitting out having these interviews every week, because you had an interest to interview your dad, and I have to take the time to interview with you. But while you're young, be young. Be 12 years old. Stay 12 until you turn 13. Don't try to do anything outside of the scope of in the parameters of your age limit. Not to get that mistaken with don't go far in life. I'm simply saying while you're young, be young. Enjoy your age of 12. Enjoy your teens. When you become 20, enjoy your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Enjoy where you're at. In all things, the Bible say be content. And I just want you and Ladybug to be content in where you are now.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's the end of our interview for today. Yep,
all right.
That's it.
See y'all later.
You stole my thing. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get notified when the new video comes out. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, and leave your comment down below. And leave a question down there if you have one. You might get answered. And until next time.